Hi everybody, welcome to Live Blogger. In this tutorial series, we are building this job board application using Nextjs. And in the previous video, we added the functionality of displaying the details of the job. So if I click on this title, we can see that another page is opened where we have all the details of the job displayed over here. Now in this video, we will add the functionality of inserting a new job into the database. So let's get started. Now we have already created a page called Post a Job. We haven't linked it over here, so let's go back. And if you go to our source code, we can see that we have created this page called Post Job. So let's add the link to this button right here. So it is inside the nav bar. So let's go to Components, Features, Layout, nav bar. And here I'll just change the link to Post Job. So now if you go back to our website and if I click on this link, we can see that we have this page opened where we have this form which we can use to insert a new job into the database. So right now, if I just click on this publish job button, we have the validation added over here. Let's add some dummy data. And let's click on publish job. And right now nothing happens because we haven't added the functionality. So let's do that in this video. Let's go back to our source code. Now the first thing we need to do is we need to create a server action. Now here we are adding all the server actions inside this job actions.ts file. So we have it inside the actions folder. So let's open this and let's create a new function over here. Let's call the function createJob. So let's type export async function createJob. Now in this function, we will get some data. So let's call it job data. And for the type, let's give it a type of job form data. And let's create that over here. So here, I'll just type job form data equals new job. And we already get that from lib schema. And what we need to do is we need to omit the user ID, the ID, and the posted at, because they are generated over here inside our function. So for that, we can just type omit and add all of this. And here we can type the fields. So let's type user ID, ID, and posted at. So this is our job form data. Let's scroll down. Right now, first of all, let's go ahead and get the user ID. So let's type const user ID equals await auth. So this is a function from Clerk. So we're going to use this function to get the user ID of the currently logged in user. And let's go ahead and type if the user ID is not present, then we'll just go ahead and return success to false. And let's also send an error. Let's type unauthorized. And now if we have the user ID, then we will proceed. Now the first thing we need to do is we need to validate the data. So let's type const. Let's call it validation equals. And we need to validate this job data. So we're going to use Zord for the validation. So let's type job form schema because we already created this validators inside this validators.ts file. So this is the job form schema. And here, let's type dot save parse, and here we need to pass job data. Now this will store the result of the validation in here. So now let's go ahead and check whether we have any errors. So let's type if exclamation validation. So if we have any errors, then we'll just go ahead and type return success false. Let's set the error to invalid form data provided. Right now, if you don't have any validation errors, then we'll just go ahead and simply store the data to the database. So let's use a try catch block for that. And if you have any errors, I'll just go ahead and type console.log error, and I'll just type return success false. Let's set the error to fail to create the job. And here in the try, let's go ahead and type await db, and this db is coming from libdb. We have already imported it over here. So let's type db dot insert, and here first of all we need to enter the table name. So let's type jobs table, and then we need to type dot values, and in the values let's pass the data. But we have already validated the data over here, so our data is inside validation, and in that we get dot data. So here we need to type validation dot data, and we'll just spread everything inside the data. So we can just type dot dot dot, and we also need to pass the user ID. So let's type user ID over here. But now we are getting this error over here in values. So let's see what's the problem. Now here we need to check whether the validation was successful or not. So here we need to type validation dot success. Right now the error goes away. Now once the data is inserted to the database, let's go ahead and use revalidatePath so that the page reloads after the data is inserted. So let's type revalidatePath, and let's add the home page over here. And here I'll just go ahead and return success to true. Right now I need to use this function createJob inside our PostgreSQL form component. So here if you go to PostgreSQL page, here we are using this component called PostgreSQL form. So let's open this component, and this is where we are writing the code for the job posting form. So here we can see that we are using this onSubmit. We need to change the code inside the onSubmit function. So here we have the onSubmit function. Right now we are simply going ahead and showing the data in the console. So what we will do is we will use a try catch block over here. And if we have any errors, we'll just go ahead and console.log the error. And here in the try, let's type const, let's call it response equals, let's type await, let's call the function that we created called createJob. Let's import it from actions, job actions, and let's pass the data that we get over here. Now since we are using await over here, we need to change this function into an async function. But now let's go and check whether we have success in the response. So let's type response dot success, and if the response is successful, then we'll just go ahead and form dot reset, which will reset the values of the input fields. And let's add an else we just go ahead and display an error message. Let's go ahead and use a toast to display the error messages and the success messages. So for that, we're going to use Sonar from shadcn. So let's install that. So you can just go to ui.shadcn.com and search for Sonar. So this is a simple toast we can use. So to install this, we need to go ahead and type npx shadcn at latest add Sonar. Let's copy this and paste it over here and press enter. And here to add this, we need to first of all add it to the layout.tsx file. So let's go back to our source code and let's go to the layout.tsx file, and I'll just fix this typo. Let's scroll down, and here after the theme provider, I'll just type toaster. Let's get it from Sonar, and now we can use the toaster. So let's go ahead and use it over here. Here, if the data insertion is successful, then we'll just go ahead and type toast from Sonar dot success. Here let's type your job has been posted successfully, and in the error let's go ahead and type toast dot error, and let's type response dot error over here. Or if you don't have that, then we'll just go ahead and type an error occurred, and here in the catch let's go ahead and type toast dot error. Let's type an unexpected error occurred, please try again. And I think that's basically it. So let's see whether this works. Let's go back to our website, and let's add some data over here. So let's type test company, and let's keep this as full-time senior, and let's test location. Let's add some salary range, and let's add some description over here, and let's add the application URL. Let's click on publish job, And here we can see it says your job has been posted successfully. So it seems that our data is inserted into the database. So let's go to the home page. And here we can see that our data is indeed displayed over here. We have the test job post, we have the test company, the test location, and the salary range that we just posted. Let's open this. Let's click on this title. And here we can see that the details are also displayed correctly. And if I hover over apply now, we can see that the link is also being displayed correctly. So with that, our job insertion functionality is completed successfully. So that's basically it for this video. If you have any doubts, you can ask in the comments below. And if you like this video, please click on the like button and subscribe to this channel to get the latest video updates. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a nice day.